This is a series of 100 films about Japanese foods that I've eaten, and this is a film about how to eat like a king when you're on vacation. What does luxury mean to you? A large house, a personal jet, a private cruise with Kathy Lee Gifford? In Japan, it's the freedom to get naked in front of strangers and take a bath outside with a gorgeous view. Then go eat a magnificent dinner. Tabemono. This is what it means to be successful in Japan. One of the curious things about Japan is that there is a national holiday 10 out of 12 months every year. And interestingly enough, one of the only 2 months without a holiday is August, where pretty much everybody takes a week and a half off, basically, for the Obon vacation season. The only other month with no holiday, well, it's June, what Japanese people call the rainy season. Actually, compared to where I'm from, it's not that rainy, but Tokyo gets almost no precipitation from November to March, hence the so-called rainy season. Now, you might think, wow, what great work-life balance. In reality, even though all these holidays are on the calendar, a lot of people end up in the office, usually because their boss came in to work. In Japan, you only get a holiday when the boss gets a holiday. Even so, Japan has 3 major holiday periods, what they call New Year's, Golden Week, and Obon, and they're boss-proof. Every January, May, and August, the entire country takes vacation at the same time. And if you live in Tokyo, you'll need to. The stress just builds up. When I lived there, it felt as if you didn't get out of town, at least every 4 months, you'd find yourself a lot angrier and more upset at the world. And since everyone travels at the same time, highways, flights, and bullet trains are packed. 50-kilometer-long traffic jams are not uncommon. And this is on expressways with expensive tolls. So with these kinds of obstacles in your way, when you get there, wherever there is, you want your stay to be as easy as possible. Most budget hotels offer at least breakfast service, and the fancier hotels often offer breakfast and dinner. Tabemono. The idea is you wake up, get out of the room by 10 in the morning, otherwise you'll get calls from the front desk. Then you eat a light breakfast, and after that go out sightseeing. Have lunch at one of the local restaurants, preferably one which specializes in the local cuisine. Tabemono. By 6 o'clock, you get back to the hotel, go to the communal baths in the onsen, have a drink while you wait for the rest of the family, then have a lavish dinner and more drinks, then off to bed, ready to repeat the whole thing the next day if you can afford it. Here's a picture of the typical ryokan breakfast. Terrifying, isn't it? Not a single bowl of Rice Krispies in sight. Not to worry, let's break it down. First we have tamago yaki. Tamago is egg and yaki is grilled. Of course they aren't cooked directly on the grill, but are more like squares of egg omelet made layer by layer in a square frying pan. The pile of white stuff is grated daikon, a kind of near flavorless white Japanese radish. A similar egg dish is found in sushi restaurants. It's served cold with soy sauce and sugar sauce. That is actually quite tasty. Over here is a bowl of warm white rice, a staple in the traditional Japanese breakfast. This is a grilled mackerel, also served cold. Watch for bones when picking it apart with your chopsticks. Nearby is a bowl of banana yogurt. Then we have a small bowl of ohitashi. This is basically boiled spinach with soy, served cold most likely. Japanese people think breakfast should be served with salad. Right here are some pickles to eat with your rice so it won't be so bland. So by now you might realize most of these side dishes are to add flavor when eating the rice. As for liquid, you've got another tofu soup here. And to Korean things up, there's a side of kimchi. And finally, over here is a bowl of miso soup. As you know, miso soup is very common for Japanese breakfast. Of course, rice and miso soup are the traditional Japanese breakfast foods, so you can't forget that. So there you have it. No need to panic with fancy Japanese breakfast options. Where can I get it? That's right, you guessed it, Sakaya Onsen, right in the middle of Izu Peninsula. Izu is close enough to Tokyo to get there in a couple of hours, but still far enough away to make you feel like it was worth the money. The Izu Peninsula is dotted all over with hot springs. 3 different geological plates converge on the peninsula, meaning there's a huge chance of a giant earthquake. It's also the place where Godzilla emerged from the sea to give Reuben Burr a headache. What better place for a weekend getaway? If you're new to Japan, you'll probably want to start in Tokyo. Take the Tokaido line, get off at Mishima and transfer to the Izu-Hakone Tetsudo Sunzu line. Take it to the last stop. From there, you can take a bus to Yoshina Onsenguchi. After that, it's a short cab ride or a 15-minute walk. Keep in mind, by the time you're watching this, the information might be out of date. The word of the day. The word of the day is tabemono. It means food in Japanese. Very useful when you're not sure what you're looking at. Just say it with a rising accent to turn it into a question like, is this food? Tabemono? So if you want to remember this word, feel free to watch this video 10 more times and repeat along with me. Or at least that's what I do. Next time. So that's it until next time, when we look at how Japan reinvented Jell-O and ice cream in all the wrong ways. So until then, sayonara.